Let's try this again. Hey, Sunny. What you've missed so far is I had to cut the stream and start over. So, good timing. Okay, yes, apparently somehow I accidentally skipped the character design screen. Okay, I'm kind of liking this as our starting look. This isn't even a beta! This is a completed game that's been out for years! Kinda like this better. Feels more sinister. Oh. Yeah, they apparently just changed how streaming works. No, it was something with the game. I somehow got skipped past the character design screen and straight into the tutorial. Yeah, no, 3 is definitely the way to go. Nope, definitely better without eyebrows. No. None of that. Yes. Yes, I'm taking the hood. We'll come back to coloring later. Oh, that's fine. Let's see. Where is height? There it is. That is much, much too tall. Let's make her average height for an STO character. Exactly, Laropa. Also, lol, yes, this would be an amazing brunching outfit. Okay, loose jacket seems to be where most of the options are. I'm kind of liking this one. It's got that little hint of the TNG uniform, but overall better. I don't like it zoomed in. I don't like the patchwork look. I think I like this one best. And I'm assuming that, like the Klingon character, once we get past the tutorial, we'll have more options. Honestly, I'm really liking this color scheme, too. Nah. Okay, that's entertaining. I mean, it really is. Completely logical. Okay. I think either the Romulan Survivor or the stippled pants look best with this. What do y'all think? Survivor or stippled? Alright. Belts in this game are usually terrible. And again, I don't really generally wear belts in real life anyway. Yeah, I don't like any of them. Fair enough. Alright. I really like how this character looks. Let's start the game with Tijani. For the record, well, first of all, I'm going to close Slack because it keeps giving me pop-ups. I don't think that's weird at all. From what I've seen in playing the later portions of the game as a Federation character, the Romulans are actually my favorite faction in this game. I've never played one, well, barely played one, but my formal name shall be Tijani. Do Romulans even have last names? I sincerely hope they let you wear the checkerboard outfit. Let's do this thing.
What we knew is gone. Our home, our lives, all that we were, dust. Blasted across empty, heartless skies. But we live. Our legacy lives. Within every ship we fly. Upon every world we touch. In our hearts. In yours. There will be challenge. You will know fear. But you will overcome. You will survive. And answer vengeance with blood. You will do as you must. Rule cannot be handed to the faithless. Our legacy cannot be lost to villains. Bury the past to face the future. In enemies, find allies. There is no price we have not paid, no loss we have not felt. Our dead world, our long suffering, these are not ends. We are not ended. For your crew, for your people, for this new home, we must face all doubt. We must break the storm who would destroy us and overcome the impossible. We must fight against any and all. We must, we will, for we are Romulan.
So we're 2 weeks before...
The youngest of our kind rely on stories to know what our people were like before.
Federation
Strong,
Memorial.
secretive, warlike. We were feared. We were powerful. Then, everything changed. 22 years ago, the star of the Hobus system went supernova. The resulting explosion traveled through subspace to hit Romulus and Remus, our homeworlds. No one could have predicted that would happen, and no one could have stopped it. Millions died. Those who survived were scattered across dozens of worlds. One day we were citizens of one of the greatest powers of the galaxy, and the next, we were just trying to survive. Every day was a struggle if you weren't part of the militant and oppressive Tal Shiar, or ruling everything from on high like Empress Sela. For ordinary Romulans, military victories don't mean much when you're hungry. Life goes on. The Klingons and Starfleet are at one another's throats. The battles light years away don't affect us much. The Tal Shiar are the more immediate threat.
Yep,
They're
she's the
rebuilding
Romulan
the
Empress.
Empire by force, and pressing anyone they think can help into service.
And the best
Even
NPC
they
in the game.
don't seem
hands
to know
down.
we're here. We've put down roots and found friends. Today we'll celebrate what we've created. With hard work and some good fortune, true Romulans will once again rise to be a power in the galaxy. The first step on that path begins here.
So, in answer to your question, R, I believe
Your current tasks will be displayed
Picard is 10 or 15 years after the supernova. So this would be
to move, use the W
somewhere between 7 and 12
A,
years
keys
later than that.
to look around.
Okay.
People you can interact with have icons above their heads. You can
There
press
you
the
are.
interaction
The
key
security
to
chief was
follow
looking
them,
for you
to
earlier.
talk with
She
them.
said there's trouble at the vineyard. Avrak's been filing reports all night about Kellids chewing at the vines. He's really worked up.
I know. It's so accurate to me.
Something must have annoyed them. It's not typical Kellid behavior. With the big celebration tonight, I think everyone's a little overexcited. Even the bugs. You should listen to one of Avrak's messages before you head out there.
Whoop. Okay, I kind of love the idea of future voicemail automatically giving you the option to ignore messages if the same person calls you about the same thing multiple times.
Please tell me you'll help me. Kellids are in the vineyard chewing through the irrigation pipes, and everyone says they're too busy getting ready for the big party to come and do something about it. There won't be any party if everyone's knee-deep in water by nightfall. Get over here and help me fix this.
Okay, do we want to listen to the second one, or do we want to move on?
When are you coming over here? This is getting ridiculous. Nobody appreciates me around here. No one. They think these crops just grow without any help from anyone.
I think they're native to this particular planet that we're refugees on. I don't think they're a general Romulan thing. And they're more like crop pests. It was only 5 minutes?
Tending these vines is a lot of work. No one says thank you. No one pats me in the back. They just keep asking for more. John, look, just get over here and take care of the
Which
cows,
I guess
right?
tribbles are crop
And then you
pests,
say thank you
but
for all the work I
they're
do
more
to keep these
bug-like.
vineyards in shape. It's me again.
Every 5 minutes.
Ignore the other message I sent. Lost my temper. I'm sorry. Maybe that's why you're not here yet. I really could use your help, though. These Kellids are chewing through everything, and they won't stop. And no one here is even trying to help. They just keep bouncing me to other people. First to Tovar, then to Navala, then to you. Well, what's next? Should I ask one of the kids? Just please come here soon. Thanks.
Okay.
If the Kellids are chewing up the vineyard, you should probably grab a pistol, just in case. I'd join you, but the chief has me looking into some odd comm chatter we picked up yesterday. We'll have to catch up later.
I mean, look, I get that he's upset that I wasn't up bright and early, but look, Remans are nocturnal, alright? Living with Romulans is hard. Why can't I... Am I not done? There we go. Let me put... Why are you not letting me put it away? There we go. What did I just miss? Hello there. Am I going this way? I guess I'm going this way. I mean, yeah, that's an excellent point. On the other hand, that you? Nope. That's you.
Hey there, ready for the big festival? Working hard? Or maybe you have time to listen to a story or two? Averick, you're in for a fun day. I'm glad I don't have to deal with him. Anyway, do you want to hear any stories?
I mean, I kind of do.
Almost 2,000 years ago, our people were Vulcans. At that time, Vulcan was a world of war, with constant struggles between the tribes. Serac changed that. He taught that peace came through logic. And if you ask me, not all Vulcans get that right. Serac said that people should master their emotions, not eliminate them. But not everyone on Vulcan wanted to give up love, or passion, or even anger. The Vulcan said these people marched beneath the Raptor's wings. Instead of fighting their own people, these Vulcans decided to leave in an event we call the Sundering. They boarded great colony ships and set out into unexplored space, looking for a home where they could live and feel as they wished. Eventually, those who marched beneath the Raptor's wings found Romulus and Remus. They created an empire. Although we share a genetic bond with the Vulcans, we are our own people. Never forget that. Want to hear another story?
I like that the implication that the Logic Bros were 100% willing to kill their own people. It was us emotional people that were like, no, maybe morals should be a thing. Hint, hint.
The destruction of Romulus was a terrible thing. We lost our home and our loved ones. We lost our soul. The people who survived were scattered and leaderless. Survival was a daily struggle. There were
To be
some
fair,
fights for
Christians
control
get their own
before
theology
Empress
really
Sela
wrong
took over,
quite a lot.
but I never paid much attention. That Taurus woman was never going to get far. Now Sela and the Tal Shiar are attempting to rebuild the strength of the Romulan Star Empire, but they do so with fear and oppression. Steer clear of them if you can. People like us should just try to stay out of the Tal Shiar's way. Life is more important than politics or power. There are a lot of Romulans who just wander from planet to planet because there's no place to call home anymore. We're lucky to have Viranat. This is a good place. A place to put down roots. Without that, we're just dust, scattered by the winds of fate. Do you want to hear another story?
Every time I hear the name of this planet, I think of the Pokemon Venonat. And then I start thinking the Pokerap. It's terrible.
Viranat was a colony world. It used to be a big agricultural planet, growing food for the Empire. After Romulus was destroyed, thousands upon thousands of people flooded the planet. The old cities couldn't hold them all.
Yes.
They were scared. They started fighting amongst themselves. One night, the cities burned. Most of the survivors left. A few hung on, scrapping old ships and using them as building materials. That's how the Maori found them, about 10 years ago.
The Maori? Like the people from New Zealand?
The Maori was the commander of an old warbird. Navala was his first officer, and Devex the chief engineer. They were wandering the sector, trying to find a new home. When they found Viranat, they decided to
it's
stay.
a title.
Devex kept the old warbird functional, and he used it to make supply runs and bring back other Romulans who needed a home. Navala put herself in charge of security, and the Maori, he runs the whole colony now. Devex met Tovan Kev in a mining colony a few years back. I think it was 4 years ago. But then again, I didn't come here until 2 years ago, so this is not just information I've heard about secondhand. I actually have a question for you, if you don't want to hear another story first. When did you arrive here? I know we only have a few hundred people living here, but so many come and go that it's hard to keep track. I'm recording the stories of all the people that live here, you see. And I would love to start yours off with your arrival. Who knows? It could be something that becomes historical in a few years.
Oh, neat. I get to pick my backstory. So, which one should I go with? I was here before this planet got low-key conquered by a random old warbird. I was part of the crew of that warbird. I was somebody that one person picked up. Or I moved here on my own. I kind of... Yeah. This seems like an unlikely planet for a space vampire. I'm gonna go with I
Barely
Just Got
a
Here.
year. That's right, you're one of the newer folk. And you're already a security guard. Lucky you. We should definitely talk more about this over drinks tonight.
I am? I did pick engineer, right? As my, career track? Yeah, I did. Okay. I guess we can go with, I'm trained as an engineer, but refugees can't be choosers when it comes to jobs. Wait, what terminal is this? That's... No. Why does that even exist?
Finally? I mean, which message do you... Oh, never mind that either. It's chaos here. I need some help. Normally, we collect nectar from the local Klingon insects. Something has driven them into a frenzy. They're chewing on our irrigation system and flooding the vineyard. Excellent, excellent. The broken pipes are obvious. They're the ones spraying water everywhere. Klingon shouldn't give you too much trouble. A few bursts from your pistol will take care of them.
Okay. That looks like a broken pipe. What? Just attacked me. Oh, hello. Okay. There's two more somewhere. Oh, there they are. Darn, I thought I was being really clever, and then that thing just walked right through the fence. Hello? There we go. This is certainly the sunniest opening for any of the characters.
The flooding stopped, but if those Kellets come back, they'll just break the pipes again. Something's making the insects go crazy. With bugs this size, that's a real problem. And Navallo might be able to help.
How do you mean crowded?
Goofing off again. She knows all about Kellets. She's normally down by the greenhouse this time of day. Tell her to stop being lazy and keep these critters contained.
Oh, this isn't a unique instance? This is a social zone?
Good idea. Talk to Navala.
I bet she's just lounging around right now, not even thinking about all the damage being done to my vineyard. No one around here wants to put in a good day's work. Well, except for her.
Sorry, dude. Not my type. For starters, you're a dude. Well, okay. There was that one guy in the Discovery plotline.
Just in time. Did you talk with Avrak? He said that I'm what? Lazy? That I've been... Ugh! He's just trying to make me look bad so he can get a promotion. Oh, that's so old-fashioned. Let me tell you what's actually happening. The Kellids are going crazy. I've been working all day to keep them out of the residential areas. This aggressive behavior is new, and we need to figure out what's causing it. That means gathering samples from some of these creatures.
Ew.
This metal has some kind of fungus growing on it that's similar to the spores we found on some of the Kellid carapaces. It might explain their behavior, but how are they getting infected in the first place? Also, the flying Kellids have never come out of the cavern before. This is so strange. You're right. The source of the infection could be somewhere inside the cavern. Head over there and see if you can find out what's aggravating the nest. And be careful.
Wait. Infected metal? In an organic creek? That doesn't... Are the Borg assimilating insects now? I mean, I know the original plan was for them to be an insect race. That's why they introduced those mind-controlled bugworm things at the end of TNG Season 1. And then the next episode started hinting at the Borg. And then they were like, oh right, if we want to have an insect race, we have to actually pay for those props and sets and costumes. I should note that while I did get up to level 2 with a Romulan, I really do not remember much about them. I mean, the fuck are those? I have some, from playing the rest of the game, I have some strong suspicions about what's going on here. I don't actually know. I mean, specifically, there's a Federation mission that takes you to this planet that... Am I going backwards, or were these already dead? These are already dead. Okay, yeah, it is what I suspected. And that ain't the Borg. I am not enjoying the squishy ways in which things explode. What just scanned me?
A strange machine and some weird drone things? That is troubling. Someone's been in there. We'll have to let the Maori know about this. It's good you disabled the device, though. Maybe now the Kelids will calm down. I took a look at those biological samples while you were gone, but I can't do much more than a basic tricorder scan. It's just not my area. Devex might be able to help. He was an engineer in the Romulan military before the homeworld was destroyed. Now he's helping us with our water supply and anything else that takes more specialized knowledge. You should talk to him.
Okay. This thing.
What do you need with an old space hound like me? I have an idea of what this might be. Maybe. I saw something like this once before, when I was out beyond the Eridon Belt. We responded to a distress call from a mining outpost. When we got there, all the people were just gone, vanished without a trace. The only things we found were a strange beacon and some odd spore samples. These look very similar.
As I mentioned before, I love that the game has track-specific stuff to do, and I wish there were more of it.
Of course. Go forth and analyze. My equipment is all yours to use.
Yeah, it is, but what else are they gonna do for this particular one? I mean, it's a science question. Yeah, that makes sense.
I've only seen fungal biotech like this once before. Remember that mining station that I mentioned? Before we arrived, they reported several disappearances. Some thought it was paranoia, but we had reports that said intruders would beam in right through the colony's magnetic shield, right into someone's quarters, sedate them, and then vanish without a trace.
That's hello. That's pleasant.
We didn't know what to believe, but I don't think those miners were paranoid. Something did happen to them, and it could happen again. That's what my commander believed. We found a beacon with almost the same configuration as the one you found. We weren't able to get much from it before we shut it down, but the one thing we learned is that the beacon was made by a race that called themselves the Elachi. We stayed in orbit for a few days, but the Elachi never came back. That's good news for us, seeing that you disabled the beacon you found in the caverns. That's right. He's the man in charge, so he needs to know. I'd be surprised if he doesn't want to send someone down there to analyze that beacon. Could be these Elachi were interested in our colony for some reason. Lucky for us, you were there to put a stop to whatever they were trying to do.
Okay, so somebody who's actually watched Enterprise, if there are any of you, were the Elachi mentioned in Enterprise? Were they ever actually named? Because I know that they're a reference to something from Enterprise, but I don't know if they had that name. Wait. Oh.
Jolan True. I heard Avrak yelling all the way over here. I'm sorry you had to deal with his problems on our day of celebration.
God damn it, I'm never gonna be able to think of Jolan True again without thinking of the goddamn Romulan Folgers twins.
That does sound very mysterious. However, you seem to have taken care of the immediate problem, disabling this beacon and dispatching the drones. You have my thanks. I'll assign some engineers to examine the device and set up surveillance on the cave as soon as possible. If what Devek says is true, we don't want that beacon turned on again. Now that's settled, why don't you try to relax for a while? Enjoy the festival. We'll talk again tomorrow after the engineers have finished their analysis of the device.
Sure, if we don't all get kidnapped in the night by mystery people who can beam through shields. Which again, sounds a lot like the Borg, but is a very different strategy from what they normally do.
Are you done for the day? I'm just finishing up too. I'm going to head back to the restaurant. Meet me for a drink when you're done.
I guess I can look around a little, see if there's anything to see. What story in the background? What did I miss? Wait, what? Where? What? What? Where? Direct me to this. I must see this. Wait, really? Oh my god, that's amazing. Oh my god! That was amazing. I love
Hey
you
there,
all.
ready for the big festival? Working hard? Or maybe you have time to listen to a story or two? Really? That sounds like a new story in the making. The mystery of the Kellids, or perhaps the Kellid conundrum. I'll have to think about it. We should talk
Kellid
more about it
Conundrum is a
during the
much better
festival.
title.
Do you want to hear a story or two?
Oh, I think that's the glass blower. Or a winemaker. Oh god, it kind of does. Who are you? Okay. I'm sure that will never be relevant. Oh yeah, I talked to you before. Yeah, crazy. Alright, okay. Huh. Okay, well, let's hail the guy. If I can remember how buttons work.
Are you done for the day? I'm just finishing up too. Hey there. Long day? I can't believe how far this colony has come. Just look at how much we can accomplish without being ruled by the Tal Shiar. Word is, someone named Tatan is trying to fight them, but me, I'm content with what we have here. Let's go enjoy the festival.
Friends and neighbors, welcome to the tapping. The Kellet nectar has been harvested, the ale is brewed, and we can finally taste the fruits of our labors. And like this fine vintage, our colony has taken time and effort to develop. Since the loss of the homeworld 22 years ago, we have known fear, hunger, and pain.
To be fair, so is me.
We have overcome every difficulty. We have mourned those who are no longer with us, and we have welcomed new friends into our home. And now we celebrate. The trials
Yeah,
are
this part of
behind
the game
us.
was made in 2013.
Virinet is prosperous and growing.
I'm impressed
We
it
will
looks as good
face
as it
new
does.
challenges in the future, but we will face them together.
No, the fireworks are supposed to go the other way.
Hey, are you hurt? We're under attack. I don't know who or why, but people are being rounded up and we have to do something. I'll help Devex get the shuttles ready. You should find Navala and Vorian to help organize the militia. Get as many civilians to safety as you can. After that, we stop whoever or whatever is attacking our home.
Come in. Are you all right? What's happening over there? Did you find Vorian? I'm at the shipyard with Devex, and we're prepping the shuttles for evacuation. I don't know what's going on here. We need to get people out while we can. If you can get a rifle, you can fight your way out. Can you make it?
That's unpleasant. That is also unpleasant. Holy shit, did that thing just grab that lady?
It's the Tal Shiar. We need to call for help. I don't know who'll answer, but we have to do something. I tried to send a distress signal, but they damaged our transceiver array. We still have a chance, though. You need to deal with some of the Tal Shiar, and then get a replacement battery.
Oh, I'm already carrying the rifle. Okay.
They just keep coming. Get a battery from the marketplace. We need to send out a distress signal.
No, this is the wrong way. Ah, they're everywhere. I'm not entirely certain where I'm going. How do I get over to that side of town?
Be careful in the market. It's completely overrun.
I feel like they've done a good job of making this feel like total chaos. Like, there are just too many enemies to deal with them all. You have to run past them.
The shuttle is ready, and I got as many people aboard as will fit. We have to go.
Congratulations, citizen.
Yeah. Yay me. I love how Romulan shuttles look. The fronts of them kind of look like helmets.
This is Shuttle 5. We're taking enemy. Shuttle 10 coming in. We're jamming their sensors. When they get us, they'll think you were caught in the explosion.
They're not attacking. Devex showed me how to fly his warbird. We're almost there.
Yes. I think these Romulan ships are my favorite TOS ship design.
Navigation is online, but we need some components to get our weapons and warp drive operational. We'll need both if we want to have any hope of fighting the Tal Shiar.
Do we have a cartoon bird? We have a cartoon bird, everyone. Cartoon bird. It's not very visible in this light, but it's there.
This'll do nicely. We just need a little more salvage. Weapons are online. Let's test them out on some of these derelict ships nearby. They're not shielded, so we can just use our torpedoes to finish them off.
scrap neutronium. We could use that to reinforce the hull of this old warbird.
Oh god, yes, that whole powers thing.
3 more of these should get this hull good to go.
I don't remember at all how to use those.
Good shot. Vex would be happy to see this old warbird get some use. I think it's safe to say weapons are fully online.
I
Time to
sincerely
take out
hope
the
so.
tall Shi'ar satellites dead ahead.
It looks like that one's very slightly closer, so we'll go after it first.
Target's shields have failed.
Great. All systems are go and full impulse is back online. I'm picking up a distress signal nearby. It must be people from the colony. More colonists managed to escape the surface. The distress signal is close. Searching. There! We have to help them! Turn off full impulse. There's a tall Shi'ar drone dead ahead. I'm back on the bridge. I figured out how I can improve our torpedoes. Just give me the order, and I'll get started. Scanners are picking up more colonists and tall Shi'ar nearby. We have to rescue our friends.
I'm just gonna pretend I wasn't already using his improved torpedoes.
Thank the elements. We thought we were done for.
Oh, full impulse. Neat. I like singularity powers.
I think it's safe to say we're a fully operational ship. I'm getting an alert. There's another distress signal coming in from one of the colony's shuttles. We
can do a short-range warp jump to get to them. Do you want to go now, or stay here to wipe out any other incoming drones? They look like they'll be coming in to do sweeps in the area.
No. Let's move on. Yeah, I believe so, Fruit Bat.
There aren't any colonists here. Just this strange ship. I've never seen anything like this in my life. It's gigantic. Engineering reports that the ship has scanned us, but they're not responding to my hails. What should we do? They've done something to the ship. Nothing is responding. I can't even warp us out of here. I think I might be able to get a comm channel up to hail them. What do you want me to do? We're getting a reply. What the? They seem to be rearranging our words and sending them back. Listen. I'm picking up another ship. This one is Tal Shiar. It's decloaking.
Okay, we're kind of fucked.
So the Alachi were right. A handful of pitiful Romulan refugees managed to escape. When will you colonists learn that no matter how far you run, you cannot escape your obligations?
Hello, character who was in the opening cutscene and whom I recognize from later in the game.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Colonel Hakiv of the Tal Shiar. On behalf of the Romulan Star Empire, I hereby lay claim to this colony and all of its inhabitants. Surrender now, and I will ensure that you serve us in the way you are most suited.
No.
Fire weapons at will.
This is Tamer of the Romulan Republic. Tal Shiar vessel. Stand down immediately.
Tamer! How fortunate! I can destroy both of you!
Right, I just remember how to fight the Baronets. Shit. Too close, too close, too close! I'm not used to fighting them in something this slow!
Has managed to sting me. You think you won? This is not the end. Even now, more of my ships are on their way. And the next time, you won't have anyone to protect you.
Alright, which of the three?
I am Tamer, commander of the Romulan Republic. We picked up your distress signal while on a mission in a nearby system. I would say we arrived just in time given your ship's condition. Who are you? And what happened here? I am truly sorry. This is not the first time I've heard a story like this, and I fear it will not be the last. And these Ilachi creatures, they are troubling. We need to know more about them and why they're working with a snake like Hakiv. As I said, I'm with the Romulan Republic. You may have heard of us. We are not the terrorists the Tal Shiar make us out to be. With our leader, Datan, we are working to gather survivors of the destruction and fight the tyranny of the Tal Shiar. We have a flotilla nearby. If you're interested, we would welcome you and your friends to join us there.
So, this is a deep cut. Remember the TNG episode with Spock in it, and he was teaching a small group of of Romulans Vulcan ways? Datan is the kid from that.
I appreciate your willingness to do what's right. I'm transmitting the coordinates of our flotilla to your ship now. When you arrive, we can repair your vessel and work out our next move. Thank you again. I'll make sure you won't regret your decision.
I don't feel like 2 is in my Space Vampires character. 3 is, I think.
I don't know how I feel about this, but I guess siding with Tamer is better than risking death on our own. And he did help us out with the Tal Shiar. The coordinates are loaded up whenever you're ready to go. I think the colonists we rescued are eager to get someplace safe.
The Datan thing, or... Yeah.
Greetings. I am Sub-Commander Nadell, assistant to Commander Tamer. Please follow me to the Commander's quarters. There is much to discuss. Commander, our guests have arrived.
Excellent. I'll get them up to speed. There is much to do.
I'll be glad to show one of you around, while the other stays and talks with Tamer.
I'll take the tour, and then meet you back on the ship when you're ready.
Greetings. I hope all is going well with you. Good to see you and Tovankev made it to the flotilla of the new Romulan Republic. To be brief, we are a group that was founded by Datan to combat the tyranny of Empress Sela and her Tal Shiar. Our goal is to unify the shattered Romulan people under a new democracy instead of Sela's tyrannical rule. There is much to do, however. I can answer any questions you may have. Ha! What hasn't Datan done? He has quite the long history. The short version is that he desires to see the reunification of the Vulcans and the Romulans. Before that can happen, though, Datan wants us to find a new homeworld, reconcile with the Remans, and end the centuries of oppression beneath the Tal Shiar. We're Romulan, and after all that's happened, we still have our pride and our cultural heritage. We need to be able to approach the Vulcans as equals, not as refugees looking for charity. Did you want to know anything else? That's right. He dreams of a day when our two people are united. Well, 3, counting the Remans.
Oh, thank you for counting
Datan was
me.
inspired by Ambassador Spock, who first began the movement. When he was a child, Spock was working on Romulus with the reunificationists, and he was Datan's teacher. The Tal Shiar actively opposed reunification, and Spock and his people had to keep their movement hidden, working with allies and meeting in secret. It's been an uphill battle for Datan, but he won't stop until he sees the Vulcans, the Romulans, and the Remans reunited and at peace. Is there anything else? I am the commander of this fleet, No actions happen without my approval. Before this, I worked in intelligence for the Romulan military, which allowed me to learn more about the Tal Shiar. I couldn't stomach the thought of working alongside of them. Ditan approached me one day and said he needed someone to organize a defense against the Tal Shiar. I accepted before he could finish his sentence. Is there anything else? What's next is that you receive our uniform and get a tour of the flotilla. After that, you'll receive your first assignment. However, you must understand that by joining us, you mark yourself as an enemy to the Tal Shiar. Hakiv and his people will see you as a threat, and there isn't anything they won't do to stop you. Are you ready to accept that?
Guess so.
Good. You should get yourself down to Lieutenant Delatham. You can get a uniform from him if you want to change out of those civilian clothes. You can also have your ship modified. We can't get you into a more powerful vessel yet, but we can change the appearance of your ship if you want. When you're done, return to your ship. I should have your first assignment ready and sent to your ship by then.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, exactly what I was gonna say. I am very confused as to where I am supposed to be going. Ah. Aha. Let's look at what we've got. Okay, first of all, that looks awesome, but it costs money, damn it. The only one I really like is the one that costs money, and I'm not spending money on that. Let's see what our other... That is the only option under jacket tight. And that is the only other option under vest. Ah, damn it. They do have the TOS uniforms, but they cost money. So, I think I'm probably not changing anything on me. Tovan, on the other hand, Tovan needs many changes. Give that. I'm kind of entertained that he has a unique armor option. Get rid of that thing. It's ugly. Tight stippled pants are good. And he's a tactical, so he should be in shades of red, not gold. That's what that's fine. Yeah, we'll leave that be. Yeah, I'm liking that too. I don't think it works in his pants though. He gets a unique boot. Jerk. Okay, so it's kind of an all or nothing. Alright, I think we got a design for him. It's close enough to mine to be uniform-esque, but still different enough to be interesting. I mean, technically I should have some gold on mine, but oh, I actually went with the do those look better than the stippled on him? What was it? Romulan Survivor Pant? Yeah, no, the stippled looks better on him. Okay. They do. I like the Reman 2 look. Yeah, no. Now let's go talk to the founder of the Republic. So, recognize that. Guess where we are? We're on a Deridex.
Hello again. Now that you're settling in, I wanted to speak with you about what our overall goals will be. First and foremost, we are looking for a new planet to call home. Tamer and his crew are handling that search. While the search continues, I am working on any possible alliances that we can make with the Federation and the Klingon Empire. We will need allies if we are to proceed. Your task will be the protection and recovery of other Romulans spread throughout this sector. We're finding more by the day. Some have already joined us, but others do not believe in our cause. It will be up to you and your crew to protect these colonies from the Tal Shiar and to recruit anyone willing to assist us. Do you have any questions? If not, I would suggest you return to your ship. Tamer will have his orders ready for you. I do not know. Our history of deception with both groups definitely does not help. The Tal Shiar, however, will not attack the fleet for now. Sela would see such a direct action as too great a risk. She much prefers to work in the shadows. Let me worry about our potential allies. While you're away, I will be working with diplomats from both sides to come to an agreement we can all live with. Not yet. He and his crew have been assisting Romulan colonies throughout the region, and he has not been able to focus his efforts on the search. With you here, however, Tamer's mission to find a new homeworld can begin. He will be sending scout ships to analyze nearby planets. We'd prefer to find a suitable world in this sector, but we'll expand our search if we need to do so.
And I think that tells us everything we need to know about the Republic's current resources. My little ancient tug of a ship is the difference between them being able to pursue one of their major goals and not.
Sounds like we've got our orders. If you're ready, I can beam you back to the ship. However, before that, I need to ask a favor. I have a sister. Her name is Rena Kev. She and I were separated a long time ago. I want to try to find her. As we're doing our missions, could you try to ask about Rena? Thanks.
Sure. I mean, sure, a century ago.
All set to go, I trust? Good. There is a lot to do. Your first target is already under attack by the Tal Shiar. There's no time to lose. Greet.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
Skill points. Click here to learn more.
Okay.
Skills will increase your effect. Select for each unlocks.
If we're going to have a chance at breaking away from Sela and the Tal Shiar, we allies. There are a lot of little settlements like yours out there. We're in contact with some of them, but we're always reaching out to try to make new alliances. I've heard that a group of Romulans has taken up residence in a Suliban helix in the Beta Quadrant. I'd like you to visit them. Feel them out, help them if you can. But most of all, find out if they would be willing to join Titan in his search for a new homeworld.
Okay. The Suliban, huh? Neat.
Greetings. I have new orders for you.
Let's see, it looks like we've got... I think I'm gonna stick with my current weapon, even though it has less arc. Or I could replace the torpedoes, but that seems unwise. And we've got a shield upgrade. Okay. Alright, before we embark on this next mission, I am going to refill my water and hit the bathroom really quickly. So, quick break. Actually, no, I'm going to set a course there, and then I'm going to do that. Because I remember how slow starting ships are. Okay. Dude, that thing looks awesome.
We've arrived at the Helix, but we're not the only ship here. A Tal Shiar warbird is approaching from the direction of the primary structure. They haven't raised shields yet, but their weapons are online. Wait, they're hailing us. Your orders?
To the person in command, be advised, you are in violation of Tal Shiar Security Order 63-R. Your vessel is operating in this area without authorization. Identify yourself immediately, or your actions will be considered hostile. You don't want that kind of trouble. The Tal Shiar has the authority to track down terrorists that threaten the Romulan Star Empire, no matter where they try to hide. And don't bother with deception. Our records indicate a warbird with your ship's designation was decommissioned years ago. We've already identified you. Stealing military property is a serious crime. Care to explain, Commander?
Lieutenant. But if you want to be commanded, we can come to an arrangement.
There are only civilians on the Helix. We don't have much more than we can scavenge from the cell ships. As we told the other Tal Shiar, there are no terrorists here. The Cabal are long gone. Take whatever scrap you need, but please stop taking our people. The Helix originally had hundreds of connected cell ships that could support up to 3,000 people. It and other similar stations were constructed after the destruction of our homeworld. This Helix was abandoned decades ago for unknown reasons. My people are nomadic, and so we've returned to salvage what we can. So far, we've survived by trading scrap from the station for supplies. We plead for mercy. There are only civilians on... Then why are you here? We don't have much to trade, and we don't want any trouble. There are a few Romulan refugees hiding within the Helix. They said they needed temporary shelter and would be leaving soon. We meant no harm. How are we to know they are wanted terrorists? Please just take them with you and go. Your actions speak for your true goals. If you help us by repairing the Helix arm structures, then we'll help you get the refugees to your ship. But hurry. We're in jeopardy every moment you remain here.
Fair enough.
More Tal Shiar have entered the system. Please help us.
Where? Oh, here they are.
One more to go. As soon as Delta is connected, we can negotiate a transfer. More Tal Shiar ships are entering the area.
No time for your crimes, Reman.
God damn, heavy plasma torpedoes. Also, this is an extremely cool place to be having a dog fight. Yeah, makes sense. That's what usually gets me when I'm fighting warbirds. Until I learn the trick, at least.
Now that the arms are restored, we've located the refugees. They are being moved to a centralized location so you can get a transporter lock. We've explained the situation to them, but a representative for the group is asking to speak with you.
Kayan informs me that we're being transported to your vessel. We realize that we can't stay on the Helix, but we have no intention of being forced into servitude. The Tal Shiar already destroyed our home. All we want is for you to leave us on an uninhabited world, or someplace we can hide and try to rebuild our lives. We've heard of Datan. We've also heard rumors that he's plotting a revolt against the Tal Shiar. Going to him sounds more dangerous than staying here. I know I'm out of options. That doesn't mean I have to like it. I don't know why the Tal Shiar are abducting our families, but we can't afford to lose anyone else. How about I make you a deal? You personally guarantee that my friends will be safe at Datan's fleet, and I'll work for you. I've served as a science officer on multiple civilian vessels.
Sweet.
I can help you. I can't run anymore. If I need to fight the Tal Shiar to keep my friends safe, that's what I'll do.
Well, let's ask after his sister.
Brina Kev. No, I don't know anyone by that name.
All the refugees are aboard, but there's more trouble. A Tal Shiar battleship, the IRW Koval, has entered the system. They're hailing us, and they're asking for you by name. Remember, they're not here to be friends.
Yeah, at the end of the last mission, he asked if I could ask after her as we explore.
You are ordered to stand down. You are wanted for questioning by the Tal Shiar. Lower your shields and surrender your vessel and crew, or prepare to face the consequences. Your actions speak for themselves. You'll answer for the destruction you've caused today. Remember, you were given a chance to surrender.
I recommend using our cloaking device to get close enough for a sneak attack.
Okay. Seriously? You're just gonna hide behind that thing? What's going on here?
Thank you for taking the refugees. Tell them we're sorry. We simply have no way to protect them. Hopefully they'll find refuge with your fleet. Our best hope now is to cooperate with the Tal Shiar and tell them that you have taken the refugees. We can't offer much, but I'll tell other Suliban that Ditan's fleet is standing up to the Tal Shiar. I'm also sending you the contact for a friendly local trader in case you need salvage or have goods to sell. But please, keep our involvement discreet. And please go. Leave now before more Tal Shiar arrive.
Cayenne closed the channel. He's right. They'll be lucky if the Tal Shiar let them live. We should leave and report back to Tamer. Some of the refugees we brought aboard may have starship experience. If we're expecting more trouble, we'll need some help on the bridge.
We'll give the refugees a good home here. They'll be safe, and we'll do all we can to help them. This is just the start. We won't stop until we're on a new world, one of our own.
Cool, she joined our party.
Greetings.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
There he is. And then let's fix it from there. I actually really liked her in the lighter color. Not quite white, but like slightly off-white. Yes. And then the pant. don't like that for the boot, though. Alright, what do we think? Seeking opinions. Let's, what is this control? Oh, that controls. Okay. Is that a good or a bad thing? Okay. Let's go with it.
Many Reman settled on Craterus after the fallout from Shinzan's rebellion. While they were safe from the destruction of Romulus and Remus, Craterus is a bleak world, with little in the way of habitable land. There are ample mineral deposits, which the Remans mine and sell for food and other necessities, but their lives there are harsh and unforgiving. Anyone who could survive on Craterus for as long as the Remans have, has strength. We could use that strength in our search for a homeworld, and I know the Remans have no love for the Tal Shiar. Go to Craterus, talk to the Remans, show them we are sincere and that we need their support. Greetings, I have new orders.
Oh, space goods, that's not really what I need. Also interesting that she gets that. Oh, to Craterus. Huh. Didn't give me the option to transwarp there. I guess Republic doesn't really have the resources for a transwarp system, does it? Doesn't even have a planet. Oh. They moved that for the other factions. Nope. Nope. Given the way that people have been reacting psychologically to being stuck indoors lately, I mean, holodecks would help with that, but also, like, space is really, really, really lethal. A planet will not kill you if you sneeze wrong. I mean, it depends on the planet.
The Tal Shiar are approaching Craterus, and they've already engaged a group of Reman vessels in orbit. The Remans are sending out a general distress call. We have to help them.
All I want is some sun chips. And all I can see are the dread
The
skies
Decimus
of
is too heavily
Rogier.
damaged. They can't respond to our hails. They won't last much longer if we don't help them.
So, in... there's a movie version of Call of Cthulhu. It was done as an indie film that, what's it called?
We'll follow your attack vector and provide support fire.
They deliberately tried to make it look as much as possible like a movie that would have been made when the short story was published. So, black and white silent film, only stop motion practical effects, that kind of thing. Yeah, it was just called The Call of Cthulhu. And one of the bonus features on the DVD, because what they actually did was use modern cameras to record it, and then remove the sound and color. So one of the bonus features on the DVD was seeing some of the scenes and hearing them as they'd been before they were edited to remove sound and color. And there's one scene where a guy is ranting and raving to his doctor, and they told him to just ad-lib. So he did. And one of the things he said was, which has become an in-joke amongst my friends, is all I want are some sun chips, and all I can see are the black skies of Rogier. So yeah, that's why I just said that when that guy was all static. Because I'm assuming he said something very silly and covered up. Why would he?
Decimus is nearby and it needs our help. We're losing structural integrity.
Thank you for your assistance. We're continuing emergency repairs, but most of our major systems are offline. The Tal Shiar sent detachments to the surface, and our colony is not responding to hails. With our transporters down and shuttle bay damaged, I cannot send a security team to investigate. The Tal Shiar have never been so bold. How can you be so certain? It doesn't make sense. They've left us alone for years. What would they gain by destroying our home? We keep to ourselves and we do not challenge the Tal Shiar.
With all due respect, we've seen this before. The Tal Shiar destroyed our colony on Virenat without warning. If we don't get your people off Craterus immediately, they'll be defenseless when the invasion force arrives.
Invasion force? We aren't in any position to begin an evacuation. The head of our fleet, Obisek, and most of our ships are on maneuvers out of the system. They can't possibly return in time. Until we re-establish communication with the colony,
Our priority must be to protect the people on the surface. Find Zidane. He will help you. He resides near the communication tower on the outskirts of the colony. If we re-establish communication, then we can formulate a plan. Zidane is to the northwest, near a force field. If planetary communications are disabled, you'll need his help to bring the transmitter back online. We'll do our best to keep more Tal Shiar from beaming down, but I can't promise we'll be able to stop them.
Ooh, I like those glowy flower things. These are the same Kalachi shit that shut up. That makes sense.
What are those things? They don't look Romulan to me. Why are the Tal Shiar doing this?
'Cause they're jerks. No, actually, they do get something vaguely resembling motivation. It just, isn't very good motivation.
Thank you, stranger. I don't understand why this is happening. You're obviously not with the Tal Shiar. Why are you here? What do you want?
Are there even any Remans in the Tal Shiar? I kinda doubt it.
Commander Kai, good. Follow me and then explain what's going on. We should get inside the security field before more Tal Shiar arrive. Follow me.
Oops. Sorry. Aw, he's got a daughter.
We need to know more. It's clear that our colony is under attack, but why are the Tal Shiar doing this? Why attack Craterus? What are they after? There's no reason for the Tal Shiar to attack Craterus. We've been an established colony for over 23 years. We were given permission to settle here by Donatra. Why would the Tal Shiar attack a colony of their own people?
If I remember correctly, Donatra took over as the Romulan leader after the supernova. She was then probably assassinated by Sayla for being too Federation friendly. And Sayla declared herself Empress with the backing of the Tal Shiar.
So the rumors are true! I told you, Father. The Tal Shiar have declared war on our people. They're going to kill us!
It doesn't make any sense. We aren't a threat to the Tal Shiar. What do they have to gain? They can't do this without anyone noticing. Evacuate? We must inform the Council. Who is going to listen to my order to evacuate? Obasek isn't here. He left Kai in charge. Why doesn't he give the order to evacuate?
That explains a lot. When we couldn't reach anyone, Slamek said he was going to check on the transmitter. He hasn't come back yet. We should find him and see if we can get communications back online.
Without the transmitter, we'll have to start contacting colonists individually. The word will spread, but it will take some time. Obviously something is going on, but I'm not the one to order an evacuation. The fleet or the council should make that determination.
You'll need help. If you're going out to the transmitter, I'm going with you. Maybe we can find Slamek there.
Farrell, you should stay here. Let these people handle this. We don't know the whole story yet. We need more information. We need to know what the Tal Shiar want. At least stay behind the security field until we hear from the council.
Father, you can see what the Tal Shiar have done. These people need my help to get the transmitter working again. We'll take some weapons and armor before we leave. Don't worry, I can handle myself.
Okay, so I'm assuming he dies and she joins us permanently.
Press the U key to view your status, or the status of your ship and bridge officers. This is your... You can equip your...
Okay. Neither of those armors is as good as what I've already got. That shield is better, though. Those weapons look similar to what I've already got. Okay. Let's give Satra armor. It's no better a shield than she's already got. No weapon. Tovan. Armor. And a weapon. Okay. Wait, am I going the wrong way? Am I? Or no? I'm so confused now. I guess it is out there. From there it looked like it was in here. Oh, that must be it.
Slamek! You're alive!
Farrell, you found me before those things did. I tried to repair the transmitter, but it was pointless. As you can see, the controls are completely destroyed. But it looks like you found some new friends. Didn't you hear me? The controls are destroyed. The transmitter is worthless.
Flamik, you're not helping. What if we set up a bypass relay? If it works, we might be able to control the transmitter dish from Seden's shuttle, or even our secondary console at home.
It's possible, but I don't think it would work.
Flamik! Try to set up a bypass relay for the controls. If you can get it working, then we'll head back to my father and see if we can access the transmitter from there.
Where are those things coming from?
What the absolute fuck was that? That was unpleasant. Note to self, don't get close to them. Well, shit. Yeah, examining them might have given me something to...
told you it
that would
probably
have let me
wouldn't
skip
work.
that. That's not good.
We should go back to my father and see if he's heard any news.
Look up! We gotta get out of here now!
What kind of ship is that?
Is what? Oh. Oh shit.
We don't know. It attacked our colony on Virinat.
We do know it's the Alachi. We just don't know what they are.
And now they're attacking here. We need to warn other colonies.
Believe it or not, that's what we're trying to do.
I do believe I called in on Luke dying and his daughter joining us. Huh? No, he's alive. So
We
far.
were able to repair the primary transmitter. I set up a portable transmitter relay and gathered as many neighbors as I could. I'm glad you found Slavic. I'm not going to argue. Our security field is down and the Tal Shiar are attacking the colony. Hopefully everyone who hasn't already heard the message will realize what's happening and evacuate. There are more people on the outskirts of town. If I can get to them in the shuttle, I may be able to get them to safety. Understood. Please take Farrell with you. I'll take Slamak with me to help scan for survivors.
Father, I should go with you. It took me weeks to repair the shuttle's drive system. If something goes wrong, you'll need me there.
You'll be safer on their ship. Slamak can help me if we run into trouble. I'll broadcast the coordinates to every shuttle within range once we're in the air. Now go. We need to look for survivors.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. They've been establishing she's an engineer, and the order in which people, in which boss join your party is always tactical scientist engineer tactical, or tactical engineer scientist tactical. And we already got a scientist. So we're getting an engineer next.
Enemy targets uncensored.
Fuck?
this alone.
I have no idea who that's supposed to be, but they've got a cool scar.
The Decimus has engaged the Tal Shiar and is forming a wedge so we can get the shuttles to the beacon. The shuttles will be relying on us for protection. Without our help, they'll never make it out of here. Zeden's shuttle was one of the ones that made it to the ship. He's hailing us.
We're in position and ready to make a run for the beacon. Is my daughter safe?
She will be.
I'm making myself useful. The singularity core on this ship is practically an antique. I'm keeping an eye on the power levels to make sure we don't blow apart in combat. Don't forget to put all the shuttle's power into the shields.
Don't worry, my child. It was the first thing Slamak did. When we reach the beacon, we'll await the signal to warp to the rendezvous point. Once we're all safe, you can transfer back to the shuttle.
Poor dog, Mary.
We've broken the blockade. All ships fall into formation.
The fuck is that? And what is it?
We're reading an unknown ship near the beacon. It appears to be a battleship. If it attacks, our ships will be completely outmatched. Are you able to scan the vessel or determine its armaments? They're emitting some sort of passive scanning field. We cannot get a weapons lock, and our singularity core power levels are fluctuating.
I'm noticing the same power level variation. The field is definitely emanating from the enemy vessel. If I tap into the beacon's controls, I may be able to send a high-frequency proton burst that should disrupt the field long enough to get a weapons lock.
Sending proton burst.
Try to stay behind. It has a deadly frontal assault weapon.
It's not exactly easy. Jumping around.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I've scanned the shuttles, sir. They've taken everyone. Everyone. Even my...
Oh. I thought he was gonna die. Apparently not. Kidnapped.
Logs show that a cruiser warped in during the fight with the battleship, stayed at long range, and then decloaked briefly. They warped away less than a minute later. Ugh, they must have taken the colonists from the shuttles while we were in combat.
We have to go after them. We need to track their trajectory and follow them. They could still be alive, and we can catch up if we hurry.
Nothing. There was too much interference from the battleship. I wish I had better news, but we have more pressing matters. The Decimus is hailing us, and we need to get out of this system while we still can.
We're aware of the situation, but we have set a course for the rendezvous point immediately. There are other Remans there who will need our protection. After we regroup, we will have time to fully understand what has happened here, and to mourn our losses. We appreciate the offer, but that isn't my call to make. I'll relay your offer to Obisek and the rest of the fleet. But for now, I think it would be best if we go our separate ways. When we understand more about what the Tal Shiar are after, perhaps that will change. Thank you for your help. I know you tried your best.
I don't need anyone's permission. I'm coming with you, and we're going to find my father. In the meantime, if you expect to keep a ship this old from blowing apart at the seams, you're going to need an engineer.
Okay.
Good thing I'm here.
I think we've done everything we can here. We should report what happened to Tamer. We can leave whenever you're ready.
We will reach out to the Remans, but it will be difficult to get over centuries of mistrust and abuse. Perhaps if this Obasek is willing to speak to us directly, it might make a difference. I know you did your best to help them, and that the attack could not have been anticipated. I'm very concerned about this sabotage you reported, however, and that the culprit was never found. The Remans may very well have a Tal Shiar operative in their midst. We will not win every battle, but we will win the war. Count on that. Sholan Tru.
Well, I guess that answers my question about whether there are any Remans in the Tal Shiar. Ah, yep, there's Varel.
Greetings.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
That's not what I wanted to happen at all. Maybe it'll work better if she loads his? Nope. She has to load mine. Did I ever save mine? I did not. That's better. Okay, now let's start adjusting. Engineer. So, like dark browns. No, that's too much. In my opinion. We need to be black. Much better. And dark brown for the boots. And what do we think? Opinions, yes, no? Go. Alright. So, I'm going to stop here for the night, but before I go, I want to ask all of you. So I'm still going to play the rest of the unique portions of the Klingon and Romulan storyline. I know from what we've already seen in the Klingon storyline that there's gonna be a Klingon character connection to a mission in what is currently the 2/3-ish mark of the game, and a storyline that is towards the end. For Morrowind, there's an emotional connection to what is currently the last storyline of the game. For the Romulan characters, I know there is an emotional connection to the very first storyline after everything joins, and that introduces some threads that continue on through the entire first half of the game. So, which of those three do you want me to play? After the merge. Alright. Sounds pretty close to unanimous for Romulans. My preference, to be honest, was not the Klingons. Yeah, I've got the emotional connection to Morrowind, and I really like the gay space orc that we gave her. But at the same time, I've never played through the game as a Romulan, and I really like the aesthetics, so yeah. Then it is, and I do really want to fly to Daradex. So there it is. I will be playing the Romulans after the merger, which means tonight I am going to buy the board kit on the Romulan character. Hopefully I'm high enough level to do that. Well, I should be able to buy it even if I can't use it until a higher level. Let's find out right now. Cool.
There is a space station
Wait,
in the
seriously?
Casco system that we think would be a fine addition to our
2
team.
weeks ago they
If
said it
agree
ended
to
in 2
join us,
weeks.
we will have an additional base for our militia
Well,
ships,
shit.
as well as a supply depot that could make a big difference when we begin construction of a colony. Greetings.
I guess we didn't need to rush. I guess so. Anyway, yeah. Thank y'all for watching. Next time I'm going to go back to the Klingons. Finish them up. I'm guessing probably 2 more sessions to get the Klingons up to the merger point. Then it'll probably take 3 to get the Romulans from here to the merger point. Then I'll briefly play Morrowind again for the Federation unique parts of the next arc, and then that'll be the merger point, and we'll be Romulans from there. So cool. Thank y'all for watching, and yeah, see you next time, which definitely won't be tomorrow, may not be until next week. We'll see.